Woo!
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Welcome to the Davedreaming Podcast. You may be wondering what's in the name. Well, for obvious reasons, it's a play on daydreaming. My name's Dave. I thought I was a genius for coming up with it. But, I've been back and forth on a name for the show. So I started taking notes on podcasters who have made it in the realm, and I've noticed a lot of them end up switching to their name and podcast. For example, Danny Jones' podcast used to be called Concrete, so who knows? Maybe when I make it, this show will be called The David Wiles Podcast. But I'm still very new to podcasting, video editing, audio engineering. Yeah, right. I'm usually using corded Apple AirBuds to record, but today just using my iPhone, so hopefully it sounds all right. But in order to get better, I just have to keep at it. Everybody in the industry says persistence is the way to success. The next biggest factor is money. Don't do it for the money. That's what everybody says. That's the number one thing that Patrick Bet-David stresses in his 20 Rules of Podcasting video. If you're interested in checking out the video, I'll put a link in the description. That being said, I'm taking this very seriously, even though it may not seem like it. Doing the best I can with what I have. I'm still not sure what the show is going to look like, but, I'm just taking it episode by episode. I'm figuring it out. I want to do the weekend update, which was my first episode last Friday. Local events, just more of a local thing for Western Massachusetts and New England. That'll come out every Friday afternoon in your forecast for the weekend. I'm thinking of just covering topics that I'm interested in. Local events, cooking, food, skateboarding, low level of ignorance, politics. Mostly satire, but maybe some real stuff here and there. And, anything else I find interesting. So there you have it, a little backstory on the name and what I'm looking to accomplish. If you'd like to donate to my cause, I'm setting up a section on davedreaming.com. Obviously, it's pretty, I don't know, low level, shady, shitty, kind of to ask for donations, but every little bit helps. I'm going to set up an Amazon wish list. Obviously I want to fund this all on my own. Maybe I'll make some money from ads or, clicks and views on YouTube's, but, YouTube's on YouTube. But, I don't know. You don't know until you ask. So, I appreciate every single one of you that's tuning in, and, please leave a comment. Tell me, where you're watching from, what you're doing. I need as many interactions and engagements as I can get. So here we go. On to the show. So, politics. What a great way to start. We have Trump and the Volodymyrs. Well, just one. I'm sure everybody knows by now that President Trump met with President Putin in Alaska. Here's, 4, I guess, takeaways from Trump and the Volodymyrs over the past few days. A meeting between Zelenskyy and Putin. Could it finally happen? Who knows? A bilateral meeting between Volodymyr Zelenskyy and Vladimir Putin is something the Russian president has always resisted, urging for a list of conditions to be met first, but the possibility may now be nearer than ever. President Donald Trump said after the White House talks, "I called President Putin and began the arrangements for a meeting at a location to be determined between President Putin and President Zelenskyy. After that meeting takes place, we will have a trilat." Trump in his damn terms, I'm telling you. Trilateral meeting, which would be the two presidents and myself, he says. Number 2 is need for security guarantees agreed, but details unclear. Now, if you switch the first 2 letters of unclear, you get nuclear. Although Trump poured cold water on the importance of a ceasefire, he did offer hope on the U.S. involvement in helping guarantee Ukraine's future security. After welcoming Zelenskyy to the White House, he said, "When it comes to security, there's going to be a lot of help. even if European countries need to be a first line of defense. 3. Trump believes he is very good at solving conflicts. The president's desire for a Nobel Peace Prize is very well known. Who can forget the Trump route for international peace and prosperity established as part of a peace deal between Armenia and Azerbaijan this month? It seemed clearly in his mind during his Oval Office meeting with Zelenskyy. 4. A potential boost for the U.S. arms industry. On Monday, Zelenskyy indicated that the price of obtaining security guarantees from the U.S. included a pledge to buy $90 billion of U.S. weapons, primarily aircraft and air defense systems. He added that the U.S. would also buy into Ukraine's drone program, an area in which has made significant strides since Russia's full-scale invasion began. Earlier, the Financial Times reported that the drone deal was worth $50 billion. Now, I guess that's 4 key takeaways that, hopefully there's an end to the slaughter, this war. Seems kind of ridiculous if you ask me. And something that I found funny, there's nothing funny in war, but I don't know if you guys saw this, but Trump's hot mic shows just how narcissistic he is. He thinks Putin wants to end the war for him. Check out this video.
A little tan, you good? Huh? You're great.
Thank you for being on. I think so.
To set up a tri-lab, so.
And where do you want to
I think he wants to I think he wants to make a deal for me. You understand? As crazy as it sounds. Just sit down. Sit down, everybody.
Okay.
Crazy, right? And then, of course, right after the Putin-Trump summit, Russia bombs an apartment building in Ukraine. You can't make this shit up. I'd assume it was because Trump shook his hand a little too long and gave him a little pull. You know what I'm saying? Now, all the bros know fantasy football season is upon us. I'm in a dynasty league this year. It's the first dynasty I've ever been a part of. Our draft started on Sunday. I was at the grocery store panicking as my cousin texted me saying it was my pick. And of course, I wasn't prepared. But luckily, we have 8 hours per pick. So that made things pretty good for me. I drew the short straw. I got pick number 8 out of 10. But in a bold turn of events, Brock Bowers went first. First overall. Can you believe it? My pick at number 8 yielded me Jalen Hurts, followed by 2 rookie running backs with my next 2 picks, Ashton Jeedy and Omarion Hampton. Could this be the strategy for the year? I don't know. I'm either going to look like a genius or a big idiot. And, my cousin jumped on Travion Henderson with the 34th pick. I think he could prove to be a top 5 back. That would be incredible. A little jealous on the pick since he also has Drake May to go with him. So nice play, Steve. Has your league started drafting yet? Please let us know in the comments who your first round pick would be if you had pick number 8. Another thing I'll be looking to cover in this podcast is a series of side hustles. I'll be reviewing apps and sites and services that can help you make a little bit extra ching. There's plenty out there. Obvious ones are these ads people see. Play solitaire and make thousands of dollars. I mean, while the thousands of dollars might not be true, there are actual sites out there that will pay you for playing games, which in the next episode, I'm going to go over 2 of them for you. But the first side hustle I want to talk about is paidviewpoint.com. Check out this ad.
Your viewpoint. It's influential. Use it to make an impact. Distinct. We want you to express it. Invaluable. Get paid to share it. Paidviewpoint.com is not just another one of those survey sites. Complete your profile and get user-specific surveys that pay upwards of $10 per survey. I'll be real. I had to do a lot of the 10-cent to $1 surveys before I started getting higher paying ones, but I made the threshold of $15 and then you get paid out through PayPal. It literally only took me about 2 hours of my time over a few days. Now that I've hit that threshold, I'm seeing video response surveys, photo surveys, and much higher paying ones. So use the link davedreaming.com/PVP or use my code DaveDreaming when signing up. Again, that's paidviewpoint.com. Use my code DaveDreaming. Let us know when you sign up, and when you cash out, we'll send you a special gift. Thank you.
So one last thing before I let you go is I'm creating a 10-part series on YouTube, the 10 crazy things that happen in Massachusetts that you might not know about. So if you could look up the Dave Dreaming channel, there's a playlist on there for that exact title. Some crazy stuff, some stuff you might already know about. The first mini episode is actually how MIT, Harvard, and Quaker Oats fed some school children at 2 different schools out in eastern Massachusetts radioactive cereal. I'm not shitting you. Radioactive cereal. It's kind of a wild story, so please check that out. And I believe I'm up to part 5. Hopefully have the last 5 episodes out by the end of the week. So thanks, and I'll really let you go this time.